Hey everybody, happy Friday. It's Mike here with Imperial Tropicals. Today we are going to do a giveaway as usual. Today we're going to do two $25 store credit giveaways, one for our Facebook viewers and one for our YouTube users. If we don't have anybody here from Facebook, which is doubtful, or uh, we will probably just go ahead and do two $25 for YouTube. But that is only if we don't get any Facebook viewers, and I think we already have some. So, how's everybody doing today, guys? Good to see everybody in here. I know it's different on a Thursday. This week, I won't be here Friday, and I'm unsure if Mike will be here to do the live stream. So we decided to do it today, and let's have some fun with it. So. This week, we're going to have 10 items on sale again. So we'll go over some of those items. Hopefully, I can get through all of them. Uh, we might not look at them all, but hopefully, I can name them all off to give you guys a heads up. So tomorrow at 1 o'clock, we're going to have 10 more new items, and there are some really good ones. So definitely check that out tomorrow. I'm going to read some of them. I'm going to read them off here in a minute. But before we get to that, let's just look at this tank. If you guys have any questions about the tank, I can answer them now. Yeah, Alex, today is Thursday. If I said Friday, that's funny. It's Fun Friday on a Thursday. So, no, we are going to do the giveaway, like I said, guys, and we're going to do that at the end. But if there's any fish you guys want to see, as usual, go ahead and put them in the comments, and we'll try to get to them. Also, I got a couple questions for you guys. Maybe open up some dialogue. Sometimes we get stuck talking just about fish and what we have available, and you guys want to see fish, which is fine. But also sometimes I want to talk about some different things. So, one of my questions today I wanted to ask you guys is, what is your favorite type of pleco? So, let me know in the comments below what your favorite type of pleco is. Also, guys, I'm going to show some more of the Colombian stuff. We got an import in. A lot of the fish are starting to look good. A lot of stuff's been dewormed already and starting to turn around. They're starting to eat. So I want to kind of give a heads up on some of those fish. We'll look at some of those as well. Davo, some oddball fish you want to see. Steven, some Mabuna. Josh D's favorite type of pleco is a long fin bushy nose. Alex says L600 or L114s. And Joyce with an awesome pick as well, the Ancistrus Wobbenmuster. L397s from Kim. Those are also really beautiful fish. Tiffany wants to see some Mabunas. Hello, Tyler. So if you're just joining, guys, real quick, we are going to do a giveaway today at the end of this stream. So just stay tuned for that. So, guys, let's go over a few of the fish that are going to be on sale. And as we do that, we are going to go look at the other tank. So I'm going to slide you guys over. So here is our South American tank here. And I want to highlight one particular fish in this tank. And of course, they're kind of hiding in the back there. There they are. The zebra pike in the back. So we were just working on getting photos of these guys, so they're kind of being shy right now. Let's swing around. You can see we have our lighting. Some of our flash and things are set up on this tank. So there you go, the zebra pikes. Awesome fish. So guys, this week, pretty big surprise is we are putting our zebra pikes on sale. So starting tomorrow at 1 o'clock, these are going to be on sale. So not these two specific fish, but the The ones that we have in stock, which I do believe are 6 to 7 inches. And they're not full color yet, but they are showing some good color. And this is what they're going to turn out to look like. So just so you, for your reference, these are the full-size adults. And of course, we have the Geophagus sphenai in here as well, looking really good. So that is the first sale item I want to go over, which were the zebra pikes. And while we talk about some of the other fish, I want to look at some of these firefish are looking really good. So these are the firefish that we currently have for sale in our tanks. So the next item that are going to be on sale are going to be these actually are going to be on sale next week. So these are firefish. This is a surprise to me, guys. I didn't know the order of this. I just happened to walk over to this tank. But these next week, all of next week. So until Friday at 1 o'clock, starting this Friday at 1 o'clock, these will be on sale. They're 3 to 4 inch males. Next, we have the Protomalus spilinotus tanzanias at 2 to 3 inch. Our green Texas at 2 to 3 inch. And then we have our Pundamilla nairii, 4 to 5 inch males. And we're right next to that tank, guys, so we will have a look at those. And they are looking really good. You can see they're all fired up in this tank, and they're all fighting for dominance. Now, the nairii are a little bit more of an aggressive fish, so just keep that in mind. And then the next fish on the list is going to be the Telmatochromis vittatus. So those are a nice Tanganyikan. They don't get too big. They're not too aggressive. And then we have the Japanese trapdoor snails are going to be on sale next week. And then the L114 Damini leopard cactus. So let's go look at those. One of my favorite plecos we have right now. So let me get to their tank. So they're mostly all hiding, but you can kind of get an idea what they're looking like. I really like their pattern with the red tails. Now these guys do get pretty large, so keep that in mind, but they are definitely a very cool fish, worth making the space for them in your tank. They're not a very shy pleco. Typically, we see them come out and eat as soon as we put the food in the tank. And what I've noticed is as these guys get bigger, they get even more personable. Like as soon as you drop the food in there, they'll come right up and grab the food. The next fish is going to be the strawberry tetras at the 3-packs. So let's look at those. So up here we have the strawberry tetra, or the Hyphisobricon micropterus. And then the final item is going to be the Apistogramma wapezi. So tomorrow at 1 o'clock, those items will be going on sale. Now, a lot of these fish are still guys, I see some questions in here. Let me see if I don't want to miss them all. Hello, Stormy. Thanks for joining. Orange, we have not showed off any of the predator haps yet. If you have any specific requests, you can comment and we will go look at them. Hello, Fish Fam. So, on this rack, guys, we have all new fish that just came in from Colombia. Now, a lot of them still do need some recovery time. A lot of them still are going through our quarantine process, which includes usually an antibiotic. depending on how these fish shipped. These guys have all been through that already, and we're also deworming them. So all of them are also going through a deworming process. But here we have some black stripe hoplosoma, or the hoplosoma bondi. They look really nice. These are our first for me. I've never seen these. They shipped really well. We have not lost a single fish, and these were all wild caught. I really like these guys. I like their black stripe and the black splotch on their dorsal fin. Another fish I wanted to highlight is well, first let's go to something we've had before. So here, we're not going to see too much. Now, if you guys have any guesses of this fish I'm trying to sell, now we've had them before, not very often. It's a big, kind of blobby looking catfish. If you have a guess as to what that is, let me know. Um, Here's another one. Now, I know what this is. I'm just trying to see if any of you guys know. Josh, we do always have electric blue acara in stock. Steven, electric blue Jack Dempsey's. We have 3 left in stock as of earlier today. We just did inventory, and they're about 2 inches. Punk Rock Papa the Guest, Bumblebee Catfish. Incorrect. Davo with the guess of Jellycat is correct. Now, this is just a couple. We have, I believe, about 30 of them in stock. Here's a tank. There's about 5 of them shoved into this tube, hanging out together. Which is pretty funny. Now, there's another. Oh, here we go. Look at this one sitting straight up and down. What a goofy fish. Now, these guys love to eat, so if you do get these, consider tank mates. Be very, very choosy. They have large mouths, and they are predatory. So, if you're getting these fish, definitely do your research, have the space, have the setup, but they are such a goofy fish. And here is another really goofy catfish we just got in. Now, if you haven't heard of these guys, they are something. It is such only a face a mother could love. They look like a frog from the front, kind of. These are the gulper catfish. Now, these guys have been also very healthy since we got them. They've already been dewormed and everything. You can see a couple of them swimming around. Now, these guys, another one, you're going to need a lot of space. You're going to have to consider tank mates. And because they're very similar, they're highly predatory. Yeah, Alex. Yeah, these guys are ugly, but I am absolutely, they're hilarious to me. So they've been really doing really well, but they don't get their name for nothing. They do have very large mouths. We offered them some feeders, and they haven't taken them, which is actually a good thing. It makes things a little bit easier for anybody who purchases them. They have actually been eating frozen silver sides, and they're eating that over anything live. So it's actually a really good sign. Easier for the customer in the end. They don't have to worry about trying to feed them live. So super excited about that. Let's see. Another. We're getting these spotted hoplosomas. Or I mean, not spotted hoplosoma. Yeah, these are the spotted hoplos. Another really nice. Here's a nice pleco we just got in. Doesn't look like too much on the camera, most likely. But these are the L034s, or the Medusa plecos. Now, they're looking really good. Everyone around here has been really excited how these guys shipped. Last time we got them, they weren't as nicely colored. These guys are really dark. They're jet black. So these guys are looking really good. We got some down here underneath the drip bowl, but you can't really see them. I see that in the video. They're jet black with small little white spots. Nice fish there. Here we got some really large plecos. Now these are the L330, the L330s, the watermelon plecos. These guys might be in quarantine for a little bit longer. Bigger fish don't typically ship as well, so these guys have some weight to put on, but we have a few of these. And they're probably at, let me get a good look at this fish. He's probably 8 to 10 inches. Here's a personal favorite of mine, the butterfly plecos. So these are the L052s. And then we got some smaller true parrot cichlids in. So these guys are around 3 to 4 inches, but we didn't get many in. So I'm unsure if we're going to keep any of these for breeders or if these are all going to be for sale. If they're for sale, we only have about 10 of them. All right, let's see what's on the other side here. We did get the Rainbow Emperor Tetras in, and they are looking really good as well. I like the red eyes on these guys, and I also like the bluish green sheen that they get on the side. And then we got green neons, as always. They did really well. And then one last fish I want to show over here on this rack is going to be these apistos. Now, we imported these as Apistogramma wapesi, but upon opening the bag, we quickly realized that this is a different species. This tank has a lot of tannins in it, as you can see, and there's a lot of background light, but let's see if I can get one of these males for you guys to see. So we're pretty sure after some research, talking to some people, we think that these might be Apistogramma D37. And I'm not seeing any of the males coming up, but there's a couple really nice. There's one right there. He's hard to see though in the back. So there's some really nice colored up males as well in this tank. It's just going to take some time for us to get a proper ID and get those on the website. All right, now over here, I got some fish on this rack as well. We have the red striped earth eater, or the Geophagus surumnensis. And we are going, these guys ended up, this is the one fish from our order that ended up with ick. So these guys are going to take a little bit longer to get on the website, but they have been dewormed. They've been also treated for the ick. And I actually only see, actually today is the first day, I don't see any spots on them. So they're going to recover just fine, but it's just going to take a little longer. These are the L190 Royal Plecos. Got some in the back there as well. And these didn't just come in, but I just want to show them. These are the clown loaches that we currently have in stock. And let's see. This is one I'm really excited about. These are the twig catfish. These guys have been doing phenomenal. We had zero DOA. We've had zero die since we acclimated them to our tanks. And these are the twig catfish. And they're just really cool. Trying to get this guy's little nose in there. So guys, good news. I know at the beginning, before we started, there was some talk about the gimbal. It has been working great today. And it's the same gimbal, so I don't know what was going on last Friday, but it's good now. And then here's the last fish I'm going to show on this rack. Actually, we're going to show two more. So I did see some people want to see some Oscars. So this is the Sataniperca daemon, also known as the demon earth eater. Unsure why they get that name. They're not very aggressive, and they don't look very cynical, if you ask me. Oh, and since we're here, the Royal Farewellas have been hard at work. They have been for several months now. They just keep laying in the same spot over and over and over. You can see the eggs are starting to develop here. And these are probably about 5 days old, these eggs. And then right a little bit higher, these were just laid last night. So over the next few days, those are going to develop as well. It's pretty cool. And over here, you can see some babies on the glass. It's hard to see though. And there's some in the back there. Yeah, these guys have been doing awesome. The Royal Farewellas. And then the last thing, these are from the Colombian import too. We have a lot more fish than this, guys. I'm just showing some of them. I want to get to some of your requests you want to see. These are the wild Colombian Oscars. And those guys are really cool. I love how these guys look, especially at this smaller size. And they are so personable. They think it's time to eat. They're already, you see them all. I put my tank up towards the top, and they're all going to eat. So they're doing really well. They acclimated just fine. All right, so I'm gonna get to some of your guys' requests. It looks like the first, any of the predator haps. So let's look at some predator haps. We have, here's some smaller Malawi gar. These are anywhere from 2 to 3 up to 3.5 inches. Over here we have the Bucochromis notitania. And this is an all male tank. Now with predator haps, they're not going to be fully colored up when they're stressed out. So right now you can see some of them have some good color, but they're not fully colored up. Got a male right there. He's the most colored up one in the tank. And then over here, we'll go to the other rack. We got some more predator haps. I do believe these guys are a predator hap. These are the 3-spot torpedoes, or the Exochromis anygenes. We got some smaller notitania here. Here we got some Malawi hawks. And all of these guys are begging for food. It's hard to see. He's hiding back there, but there is a nice male colored up back there. We separated him because he was being a bully. But he's hiding back behind the filter. Here is a male and a female Malawi gar. We starting to see him settling down, showing off a little bit. Here's another side of the Malawi gars here. And then right down here we have the spectabilis. Now these are F1s, but these are Bucochromis spectabilis. All right, next we're gonna go look at some albino Oscars. You guys, I'm sure you guys can all hear the commotion in the back. We got some customers here looking to purchase some fish. So if you guys are local, we do allow appointments and we encourage people to come. You can pick out your own fish. So keep that in mind. If you do want to make an appointment, all you got to do is go to our website and there's a little tab at the top right. It says appointments, and you can click on that and sign up. Here are the albino Oscars. Now, these guys are looking really good. These are some of the better looking albino Oscars I've seen in a long time. They don't have any black on them. They're all just pure albino. You got the reds and the whites in them. Those are looking nice. Next, let's look at the Empire Gudgeons. So, Empire Gudgeons are a really cool fish. I do believe they're underrated. So, guys, in the comments, let me know what do you think is the most underrated fish in the fish keeping hobby? Now, these guys, you're gonna have to wait for them to color up, but they are definitely worth it. The males just look absolutely stunning. Unfortunately, I can't zoom in when we're using StreamYard, so I can't show you that. I did see one male, he was kind of colored up, but I can't zoom in on them, and they're all hiding in the back there. As soon as I move my camera, they all dart to the other side. Let me see. There they go again, to the other side. But here's what we got for the Empire Gudgeons. They're about an inch and a half to 2 inches. Next, the electric blue Acara, and then the electric blue Jack Dempsey's. Two really nice fish. We'll start with the electric blue Jacks. They're up in a tank that's kind of higher, so we'll see what I can do. Hopefully they're not being shy. No, they're not, and they're looking really good. So these are, there's 4 in the tank here. I know one is already sold. Actually, I see 5 here. But I do know at least one is sold already. They're looking really good. These guys have been really healthy. I know in the past there was issues with keeping electric blue Jacks healthy. There has been no issue with these guys. Beautiful fish there. And then the electric blue Acaras. So, sorry guys, we're not prepared to do the live stream on a Thursday like today. We have all of our working stuff out. So here we go, the electric blue Acaras. These are anywhere from 2 to 3 to 3 to 4 inches. Now, this is just some of them. We have a lot more of these on different areas of the farm. We do breed these here. So this is just the ones that we currently have up in our warehouse. And then let's see what else we have on this list here. We want to see some Tropheus du Bois. So we can definitely look at some of those. So these guys are a little bit on the larger side. These are probably 3 to 4 inches, and they no longer have their juvenile coloration. I am a huge fan of the juvenile Tropheus du Bois. I love their patterns when they're small. The black fish with the white and blue kind of spots. Really cool fish. And then as they mature, they get into this adult coloration here. So let's see here. Cichlid City. What's the difference between albino Oscars and albino tiger Oscars? So that's a good question. Let's see if we have both in stock right now. If we do, I can show you. So basically it's going to be difference in the pattern. So earlier I was showing you the albino tiger Oscars, and you can see the amount of red and just the pattern on the fish. So it's going to have a lot more pattern, a lot more reddish orange in the fish. Now here is the albino Oscar. They're going to have less pattern. and less red. So they're going to be more of a white fish with some red. And then over here you got the albino red tigers. It's going to be more of a. It's almost more orange than um than the white. So a lot of times it's just easier to show than to explain. Stephen, that is not always true. These fish do have red eyes, and so do these fish as well. These are the albinos, and these are the albino red tigers. But for many, many years, there's been a misnomer on the albino Oscars. For many years in the hobby, the fish that was sold as albino Oscars were not actually albino. They did have black eyes. And Carly in the comments can let you know, if I'm correct in saying this, I do believe they were actually leucistic. They were not actually albino. From what I remember, that's based on all many years ago of research, but I could be wrong on that. All right, guys, we are about to do the giveaway. We are 30 minutes in. Susan, yeah, we're doing a live on a Thursday, so I'm not available tomorrow to do the live, and we still wanted to do a giveaway this week. So I thought, hey, why not? Let's do it today. So I'm gonna go grab my paper, guys, which has the winning numbers on it, and we are gonna do the giveaway. So like always, guys, we are going to do a winner for Facebook and a winner for YouTube. The stipulations are you have to guess a number. Today we're going to go 1 through 100. So we got 68 people here. You're going to have a pretty good chance at winning. So today we're choose a number 1 through 100. You can guess one time. And so the winner is going to be the person who's closest to the winning numbers without going over. So please keep that in mind. So if the number was 3 and you guessed 4, then you are not going to win. But if somebody guessed 2 or 1, they are closer, and without going over, they're going to be the winner. So guys, Carly answered my question there, and yes, the fish back before people called them Lutino, but the proper term is leucistic. So now in the hobby, typically we do actually get albino Oscars, so that's not really a concern anymore. Let's get a closer look at some of these fish, guys. And we are going to start the giveaway. So guys, choose a number 1 through 100. You guys can start guessing now. And just so everybody knows, it is not Friday. We're doing this on a Thursday. I do see some guesses coming in already. So there's going to be a Facebook winner and a YouTube winner. So go ahead and get your guesses in. And as usual, it'll go, if somebody guesses your number, feel free to have one other guess. All right, I do see some more requests that came in, so thank you for that, Carly. We'll go look at those, but at the moment, we're just looking at one of our display tanks. I'm a huge fan of this guy, giant whiptail here. So let's go look at some palmus bichers, or Polypterus palmus. And I'm gonna give you guys a few minutes to get your guesses in if you haven't got them already before we do the giveaway. So today's a relatively small audience due to us going live on a Thursday. So hopefully you guys have a better chance at winning. So we have 2 tanks here of the Polypterus palmus. Now, I personally took one of these guys home and I absolutely love them. I have never owned a more personable fish. Every time I walk past the fish tank, This guy begs for food, and he can eat. I have to be careful not to overfeed him because he'll just continue to eat if I'll let him. So every time I have to walk by, I have to be like, "Sorry, can't feed you." But definitely really cool fish. I love how they act. I love how personable he is, and I have had just a lot of fun with them. You can see here these guys are begging for food right now. All right, next let's look at some. I would show the Lethrinops nabasi, but they are currently under quarantine, I believe. Let me check. I do believe I could be wrong. I might be mistaking them with another fish. Okay, no, I am mistaken with another fish. So they are right over here. So this is one of our male tanks. There's only a few fish in here, and they're hiding in the back. There's a male right there. There's another smaller male. So we don't have too many in right now. In this tank, at least. We might have more down in our greenhouse. Next, Malawi eye biters, the albino ones. So, as far as Malawi eye biters go, I actually prefer the albino one over the regular one. As they get larger, they get some really nice kind of like yellowish coloration to them. And I am just a big fan of them. There's one right there. He's actually small and he is super yellow. So compared to all the other ones, if I had a choice, that would be the fish I would pick. And you can see in the back there. Now from afar, you can't really see it too much because he is one of the smaller fish. But when you get up close, you can see just how yellow he is. And he's one of the smaller fish in the tank. It's pretty surprising. So, all right, guys. David, I will give you a chance right now. You could be the last guess. So scroll through really quick. You'll see a bunch of number guesses for Facebook and for YouTube users. You are on Facebook, so you'll have. This is going to be the last chance. We're choosing a number, 1 through 100. If somebody else has already guessed that number, we are going with the person who guessed that number first. So just verify that nobody else has guessed the number that you are thinking. So I'll give you just a minute here before we close it down. So guess any number, 1 through 100, and it is for a $25 gift certificate or store credit, whatever you want to call it, for our website. If you do win, I'll announce that at the end what to do. So just go ahead and get a guess in, and that's all you have to do. No other stipulations. For anybody who likes hatchet fish, we got the marble hatchets in. These guys are currently under quarantine, but should be up soon. These were one of the Colombian imports. We have a new catfish in. We are currently, Carly and myself, are working on describing, or not describing, trying to figure out which fish these are. So we did order them as false cories, but they came in as a different species. And we do believe we know which species they are, but these will be available soon once we definitely iron that out. Any chocolate sailfin mollies? Bob, we do not have any chocolate sailfin mollies. Here's one of the fish I am most excited about. The Altum Angels. So these are Rio Vachata Altums. They are a little skittish right now. I'm they've been really, really well up until this point, like when I just walked up. Because typically people aren't walking by talking really loudly. But it's kind of sketching them out right now. I'll back off. But really excited to see some good quality, healthy Altum Angels come in. And then here's another cool Cory I want to show that came in. So these are the Mega Mate Cories, or the Hoplosoma C084s. So Juan, six cichlids. That's a good question. So I'm going to put it up there and answer the question real quick. Are all the cichlids unsexed? So Juan, no. If on the website, when you go to purchase a fish, there'll be multiple variants you can select from. If it's available, it'll say typically we have 1 to 2 inch unsexed, 2 to 3 inch unsexed, and then once you get up to 3 to 4 inch in the peacocks, usually that's going to be a male or a female variant. So you can select male or female if we have them available. On the predator haps, though, typically once you get up to, it takes a little bit longer for us to have them guaranteed sex. So typically 4 to 5 or larger on the predator haps to be able to purchase sexed fish. So that was a good question. So guys, let's end the contest. So everyone's kind of stopped guessing. Today I got 2 numbers. So we'll go with Facebook first is 24. And YouTube is going to be 34. So give Carly a minute. Today I didn't have time to pre-warn her of the winning numbers, but I did see a definite 24 guess. And I'm not sure about a 34, and I'm not sure if they were on the correct, I don't know. I'm not sure if they were on the correct Facebook or YouTube. So Carly's going to put the winners up on the screen. In the meantime, let's look at some more fish. And guys, I got a question for you guys. Do you guys name your fish? Typically, I do not name my fish. It seems like if I name a fish, that is when something bad's going to happen to that fish. So I've never personally named my fish in recent history. As when I was a kid, I did name fish, but right now I do not. These guys are looking really good. So here are some dwarf neons. The neon dwarf rainbow fish. Steven says only half and my kids do the naming. Well, that's fun. Get the whole family involved. I'm sure they love it. Odd bet. So Steven says only half. Kim names her fish. She named her Cross River Puffer Chicken Nugget. Kim, that is a fantastic name. I love it. Kim, if you haven't already, I'm not super active on our Facebook group, Imperial Tropicals Fish Keepers group on Facebook. But if you are on there, share a picture of Chicken Nugget. I would love to see him. Those are the taboo bill rainbow fish. Now, these are one of my favorite rainbows to keep. 216 cichlids named his crystal parrot Big Mama. Now, that is a fitting name. I'm assuming she is very large with that name. Kim, that is a good name. Kim named her Fahaka Puffer. Fahaka U. Sorry, guys, I had to say it slowly. I do not want to slip up and get this stream taken down. Susan had a frontosa named Thunk and a nice pattern star sapphire named Prince Albert. I love it. Really love seeing you guys' fishes' names. That's really funny. Here's the Doherty Rainbows. Now, these guys are pretty underrated. If you ask me earlier, I asked you guys. I don't know how many. I don't have. I didn't see if any of you guys answered, but I asked earlier, what is the most underrated fish you think is in the hobby? Specifically cichlids. I didn't see if any of you guys answered. Now, these aren't a cichlid, but the Doherty Rainbows. These guys are really, really pretty. Um, they take a while to color up, but they're definitely worth the wait. You can see a nice male in the back there. He's colored up, but really nice fish. Larger rainbow species. You get some nice reds in them. And Carly put, she knows I have the same similar naming curse. Yeah, so I typically don't name my fish. I just like to keep them, enjoy them, and say the big X, the big Y, the little guy. So I just never actually give them full names. Now Kim has another good name there. She has a magic the dragon puffer called Puff the Magic Dragon. So that is a very fitting name there. And then here we have some Millennium Rainbows. Now these guys are looking really good. The males are all fired up. David says Borlei OB. Yeah, redfin Borlei definitely overrated. So in my opinion, like one of the nicest OBs we have on the farm is the OB Borlei, and for some reason they do not sell. They are really, really pretty. They get big, and you get this really nice, just colorful pattern. And when the sun hits them just right, they're really nice. I'm surprised. I would have to agree with you, David, on that assessment. Here, guys, we're looking at some multi-squamata rainbows. Monolith Maven, that is so Shirley, that is for sure a fair statement. So killifish of all kinds. So killifish, definitely underrated. In my opinion, that's something we're lacking here on the farm. Now we do have a few types. We have the clown killifish, and we have a few other smaller types of killies, but we don't. There are so many different species of killifish that we just have not kept here, and I think we should. They're definitely underrated, and I would have to agree with Shirley. Mark 63 Rummy Nose Tetras are becoming a favorite of yours. Yeah, they're super popular, really pretty fish, typically very hardy. Now, there are a couple different types of rummy nose tetras you can get. So we do, it looks like we got the winners. So Facebook winner is David. So congratulations, David Fortino, with a guess of 24 on the dot, which is very impressive. And Christian Cardenas on YouTube with a guess of 33, and the number was 34. So congratulations, you guys, and thank you everybody else who participated. The winners, please email us at fish@imperialtropicals.com to get your prize. We are not going to ask you for any credit card information or anything like that, so just be very careful We're just going to ask that you, when you email us, we're going to ask a couple questions to verify that it was you who won. So, congratulations, guys, from the two $25 gift cards, one to each of you, for our website. So, guys, really quick, let me turn you around. This takes a second now because we're no longer on just YouTube. So, everything's a little bit slower. So, guys, thank you for joining today. We're not going to be doing the live stream tomorrow for our regular viewers. If you missed it, I apologize. I have the day off tomorrow, and I'm unsure if anybody can cover the live stream. So I just did it today, kind of on a whim. We still wanted to do the giveaway. And yeah, so everyone have a happy weekend, happy holiday if you celebrate. And we're going to see you next week. So later.